What's going on, George Mason University? Welcome back inside the Pressbox. I'm Vandy Bernard.
I'm DeMonte Shaw.
I'm Andre Howard.
And I'm Matt Newman.
And Matt is our tech guy, making his first appearance on the show.
Yes.
Welcome inside the Pressbox. How you liking it?
I'm liking it. It's cool to be behind the camera for once.
All right. Or more in front of the camera. Got some big shoes to fill today.
All that hard work paid off.
Start from the bottom, man.
Yeah, now I'm
Now
here.
All right, we're gonna start things off with track. Track doing some big things. Run those down real quick, DeMonte.
This past weekend they had a split session. So half of the track team competed in the Baylor Michael Johnson Dr. Pepper Classic, and the other half went on to compete at the Morgan State Legacy Meet. So at the Dr. Pepper Classic, of course, our man David Verberg, he won two events, the 200 meter and the 400 meter. He won the 200 in 21.19 seconds, and he won the 400 with a 45.56 seconds. Beating his previous IC4A time, which stands for, wait for this, Intercollegiate Association of Amateur Athletes of America.
Okay, dropping that knowledge. Okay.
Yeah. In addition, we had Adrian Vaughn, who competed in the 100 meter. He won Heat 1 and finished third overall with a personal record and IC4A time of 10.73 seconds. Then we had David Verberg, Adrian Vaughn's, Daquan Smalls, and Angel Coburn. Gotcha. They teamed up in the final event in the 4x400 relay, and they finished third with a time of 3 minutes, 12.37 seconds. This is also a season best and improves on the last year's IC4A time. So then, take you over to the Morgan State Legacy Meet. They put in work this weekend. Leading the way for the girls, or for the women, Dominique Graham, she competed in the 400 and finished third overall. She had an ECAC and personal record time of 55.09 seconds. Also qualifying was Anisha Scott, and she won Heat 8 and finished 10th overall with a personal record of 24.63 seconds. And then on the men's side, we had a pole vaulter qualify for the IC4A championship after he won with the height of 4.92 meters. And that's our track team putting in work.
As always.
The most consistent team here at Mason.
Always doing good.
Hey, big shout outs to the track team.
Yeah,
y'all keep doing what y'all doing. And real quick, they'll be at the pen relays next week. And of course, they're going to continue shine as always. Just going out on a limb. Yeah.
A bold prediction.
Bold prediction. All right, just real quick, softball split a doubleheader over the weekend with Hofstra, but fell 3-0, which drops them to 15-32 on the season and 3-12 in the CAA. And also for lacrosse, fell to William and Mary 16-12. Tried to make a valiant comeback near the end, but unfortunately fell just a little bit short on their senior day. But got to shout out Ali Hildebrandt, who scored a career high 6 goals on senior day. So definitely a big shout out to you, Ali.
With your bad self.
All right, and now we're going to move things over to some volleyball. Volleyball is also doing big things.
Yes.
Mentioned track. I mean, volleyball, y'all doing your thing too. Men's volleyball doing their thing.
Volleyball is holding it down for the men over here. This past weekend, they swept Princeton to lock up the second seed in the conference, going to the tourney. They're 11-3 overall record, which is very admirable though. They have the first round against Harvard on the 25th of this week. So, good luck to the boys. Michael Goodall finished with a team high 12 kills. Andrew Dentler had 10. Javier Ramirez, he 37 assists. That's incredible.
That's amazing.
37 assists.
That's a lot.
Steve Nash
volleyball.
We have Max McFarland. He had 7 digs. And then my boy, he's in my class, Sean Sibley. He had 7 blocks.
Okay.
He's doing some big things, man. I'm
Keeping
impressed.
it lock on defense.
Not in Sibley's house.
No, not today.
All right, so now we got upcoming games, which the privilege goes to Matt today doing the upcoming games.
Well, what Perry said, I don't know. Softball is having a doubleheader on Wednesday the 24th, 4 p.m. start time against Norfolk State. Baseball hosting Longwood at 3 p.m. on the 23rd. That's next Tuesday. Men's volleyball is in the EVIA. This is not at Mason. It's actually Penn State. But they, like Andre said, they start their tourney semifinal Thursday the 24th, Thursday the 25th. Go Mason. We got this.
Let's go, boys.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. You know, volleyball gonna do their thing. They've been playing strong all year.
Yeah.
So y'all go ahead and represent Mason just like y'all do. Do what y'all do.
Yeah.
And
Work it hard.
make sure to continue to support the Mason athletes throughout the final coming games coming up. You know, we want to make sure we support them, finish the season strong. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing. And make sure you keep it locked, George Mason University. This is the Pressbox. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, George Mason University, inside the press box. Did you miss us? We missed you guys, but welcome back inside. We're gonna swing things over, as usual, as you know, to pro sports. But before we really dive into anything, we want to mention the over the last week in Boston, and of course we all know the happenings in Boston over the past week. And we want to mention, you know, sports has a way of bringing people together, and this past week was just evident of that, of how sports just brings a town together, not only the town but the nation together.
Yes.
And you just saw the emotion at the Bruins game when the whole crowd came in and sung the national anthem together, and just that beautiful scene, that emotional scene. And I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Just how sports brings people together, and just all that happened last week.
Yeah. I mean, it's really a beautiful thing. Just watching like every sports event that happened after that, there was some kind of tribute to those guys. And then the game at Fenwick, they brought out like some of the heroes and some of the victims who were like, you know, released from the hospital and doing all right to come out. And I don't know, it was just a great thing. Like I was feeling a little emotional watching. I'm not gonna lie, DeMonte cried. I cried a little bit. It was a good moment though. I mean, it just make you proud to be an American, you know, or just proud to live in a nation where we can put aside differences to unite for a cause, you know, and give each other hope and something like that.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. But if you look down to it, it shouldn't have been such an event to bring us all together. You know, overall we should be together in general. But like I said, it was a beautiful thing. You know, the heart goes out to Boston, you know, everybody who probably lost like a family member, or like somebody's like was about to propose to their, you know, their girlfriend or whatever. So the heart goes out to them. But like we shouldn't, you know, we shouldn't be depressed about it. We should actually rejoice. Because, you know, like there were heroes out there, like people who ran the 26.2 miles and then ran an extra 2 miles to go to the hospital to get blood.
That's amazing.
Like, I know me, I would have been done after that.
Yeah.
So definitely, like, the heart goes out to Boston for you guys.
Yeah. Also, we got to give out. It was across the nation, people really stepping up. I just want to give a shout out to the Yankees. I know they kind of have like that. Either you like them or you hate them, but they really supported their rival, the Red Sox, by they played Sweet Caroline and held a moment of silence. It was really quite a powerful thing to see, like your bitter rival do that for you. I would be personally, I'd be very gracious for that.
Yeah. That just that one day where against the Monte touchdown, no rivalry, just people come together. You know, whether you love or hate a team from wherever, this is one day where everybody came together, and that was great to see. So definitely, definitely a touching moment. Just shows you the just how great sports is, and just why we love talking about sports and why we love doing what we do and just bringing it to everybody. So to transition, it's difficult to transition from that, but let's transition things on to the NFL. And NFL has big week coming up. Had a last couple of weeks coming up as well.
Draft week.
Draft week coming up.
Finally here.
Yep. Finally after all the days of scouting and combine and all the people going back and forth with their mock drafts and predicting who's going to go where. Finally.
The big board.
Draft's a few days away. So there's before we touch on the draft though, there's a big trade that could possibly affect the draft. Of course, this trade's been rumored to go down for many months, that pretty much got sick and tired of it. But Darrelle Revis possibly leaving the New York Jets to go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, pending a physical, of course. And this would be for their 13th pick, which would be going to the Jets. And also a conditional pick down the road. We're not going to get into that technical stuff. The conditional stuff, it's a lot of stuff. But what do we think about this trade and possibly it'll be no guaranteed money.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, with Revis coming off his ACL injury, makes sense, but it's almost a steal for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, it really is. Looking at it, if he comes back to about 90% of like what he used to be, then that's definitely a steal that he got because they're picking up a great leader. Tampa Bay's defense has been on the rise. You know, they got a new coach. Still that little like hard nosed mentality. Just adding Revis to that factor, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something to watch.
Yeah.
I think it was a great steal for the Buccaneers. They got Darrelle Revis, one of the best cornerbacks in the league. He's a real shutdown, Revis Island.
Yeah.
I mean, they've always been about defense there ever since I can remember them. And now with Rondé Barber transitioning, he's probably going to retire soon. They're going to have like a figurehead of that defense again to build around. And honestly, for the Jets, I'm like, how did you let that happen? You let the best player on your team go for a first-round pick and a conditional pick. That was just... I can't believe it happened.
Yeah, I mean, I was more shocked that he agreed to no guaranteed money. Like, you would think a guy of that caliber of play, I mean, yeah, he's coming off an injury, but like, so much like testosterone and pride, and you swallow that to say, you know, I mean, I guess he's saying like, I'm confident in the fact that I will be able to perform, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine a guy like Richard Sherman like taking no guaranteed money. I feel like they would look at that as like disrespectful, but.
Yeah. But then again, you know, you do what you can to get out the situation when
Yeah.
you're Jets.
True.
I mean,
It would have took anything.
Antonio Cromartie summed it up best when he found out about the trade. Pretty much he said it sucks, quote unquote, that Revis is going to be leaving. I mean, of course, it's going to put more pressure on Cromartie because I mean that quarterback tandem, Cromartie and Revis was. While they made it to the those couple AFC Championship games, and now I'm sorry if you're a Jets fan, I'm so sorry for you. All Jets fans, our heart pour out our hearts to you. I mean, you give away your best player, your quarterback's known for a butt fumble. What worse can it get? I'm sorry. I can continue on the Jets all day. We're not going to.
And then you have the greatest quarterback in the history of the league sitting on the bench. Play Tebow.
Those opinions are of DeMonte Shaw and DeMonte Shaw alone.
I mean, Tebow or Sanchez.
Tebow Mania.
But hey, maybe the Jets will look to get Geno Smith in the draft or something.
That's a good transition to the draft. Geno Smith, this quarterback class. It's not as strong as
it's nowhere near as strong.
last year. I mean, you don't usually get the guys that you had come in last year with Luck, RG3, and Russell Wilson and Tannehill, and just performing that the way that they did for a rookie class. And this year's class, of course, is not as strong. But we keep a few guys put them on notice. Geno Smith, where do we think he's going to go? He's been all over the place in terms of people's mock drafts or where he's going to move, where he's going to go.
I mean, that's a very tough question. There's a lot of flexibility in where he could go up and down the board. Like they have people looking at him as like a starter right away, and they have other people looking at him as a long-term project where he could eventually become the starter. But I don't know. It's very hard to pinpoint in this draft because there's not much elite talent at the top levels. It's more of a deep, as in we have lots of solid players, but we definitely don't have like the outstanding players we want to find in a draft.
Yeah.
That's true. Like he's been mentioned going to like Arizona, potentially Philadelphia. Like it's honestly a toss up. Like I pray wherever he goes, the system works for him. And then that's gonna be the thing that's gonna either make him a steal, like potentially, or a bust. So
yeah, I mean, looking at the draft order, this probably not a good year for him because the first 10, 15 teams. Well, after you get to that, you got all the Super Bowl teams, the playoff teams. Like, no one needs a quarterback. Like I said, his best bet is maybe
those teams up there for a reason.
Yeah, maybe the Jets wise up and they say, hey, let's get rid of this Sanchez.
He's probably praying he doesn't go there.
Right after that, you got Tennessee. They could use a quarterback. I mean, other than that, everyone else pretty much has a guy they want to go with. So this is just a bad year for him to come out where quarterback isn't really the demand. So
I mean. We mentioned Philly, and Philly really don't know what they're going to do at quarterback because recently over the past week, Michael Vick was splitting reps with Nick Foles, thinking Michael Vick probably the starter, which he still could be, but he's splitting reps with Nick Foles.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, and with the rumors circulating that Philadelphia possibly could take him. It's you just you don't know because you also have another guy like Matt Barkley where his stock you don't know where he's gonna go, and depending on where Geno goes could kind of factor into where Matt Barkley goes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Philly would take him though. I feel like they might be ready to move out of that kind of quarterback era with Vic. I mean, depending on how this year goes and Chip Kelly, like what he has in mind. But I don't know. Like you said, they seem to have a lot of confidence in Nick Foles. I don't know where they're getting this confidence from, but from what I've seen, I'm not impressed with him. But I mean, maybe he's that guy they're trying to build up for the franchise if Vic can't produce this year.
I can't picture Nick Foles running a Chip Kelly style offense.
No.
That just to me that doesn't even work out at all to me. But hey. Yeah, that's why you play the game. As Herb Edwards
said about to revolutionize the league, so who knows what he's going to say about that.
It might be a scary system, though. If you think about Chip Kelly's offense, that fast pace, get a playoff every 7 seconds. And Geno Smith, he was in a similar background at West Virginia, high scoring.
Yeah.
He's going to have talent around him, He has wide receivers.
Oh, yeah.
So that might be a good match for him.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I guess about the only thing it's not for sure, but probably Luke Jokel, offensive lineman from Texas A&M, going number 1 possibly to Kansas City. And that's not a sure thing, but probably the closest we could say to a sure thing right now.
Yeah.
We have some teams thinking about possibly moving up, rumored for the St. Louis Rams moving up, try to get kind of similar to what Atlanta did when they moved up for Julio Jones to get a big play receiver for Sam Bradford, which he desperately needs, because especially losing Amendola in the offseason, they need one. And also Atlanta, again, trying to make a move to move up to do what, we'll see, but another potential move up as well. So you're going to have some different switches, some different order. You guys have any last thoughts on the draft?
I mean, it's just going to be. I feel like there's going to be a couple people in this draft that we don't see coming that are going to go way up high or way down low because there's so much variability in this draft. Yeah. I just can't. I know, especially the safety position and the cornerback position. There's so much depth that you can take a bunch of people and you're still going to be good. So I'm just looking forward to see who. Well, I mean, the Redskins. I'm looking forward to see who they get. This is the time of the year where everyone's we're a winner. We got everyone. We got everyone we need. But it'll just be interesting to see, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag along with you the Redskins. I just hope they could draft another solid class like they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's picking up RG3 for 1 and Alfred Morris in the 6th round.
Yeah.
That.
How does that feel, DeMonte?
That gym right there.
I'm on set with all these Redskins fans.
Cowboys fan.
Come on now, Jerry Jones, move up and get Geno.
Geno,
get rid of Romo.
You just gave him a contract.
How much money you guys gave him?
We've got him for another 6 years. So at least, if nothing else,
6 years.
Get a couple good linemen to protect him. I mean, yeah.
It's all about defense this year, man.
Yeah.
They got defense is just deep.
Yeah.
That's all there is. So
I have to win his games.
And to add more intrigue to the NFL offseason, of course, the schedule came out recently. To me, I mean, the draft is, you always had the hype for the draft, but the schedule release is just, to me, it's just, there's one of those great moments as football fans because it just gets you looking forward to next season. You just want the next season just to come ASAP, just right now. And we've got some big games. To start it off with the Baltimore Ravens, unfortunately playing on the road.
Disrespectful.
That's embarrassing.
At the Denver Broncos, but we've got some big matchups this upcoming season. Some great storylines, of course. Brady versus Manning. We have RG3, Kaepernick.
Oh, that'll be a great game.
Yeah.
Have Manning returning to the house that he built in Indy, playing Andrew Luck. So a lot of big games. A lot of big games.
Also got the brothers playing each other.
Manning Bowl.
Yeah, it's gonna be Broncos, Giants. That'll be nice to see.
I'm still waiting for that Manning Bowl, Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's gotta happen.
Shoot, I'm looking forward to that Chiefs-Jaguars game.
Chiefs Eagles though. Andy Reid returning. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it should be good.
The only Chiefs game I want to see.
Well, see, definitely big games coming up, and I just want the season to get here now.
I
can't wait. Love football, but that's months away.
Yeah.
So again, draft coming up soon. We'll definitely see where all the teams, what they do. Of course, there's definitely going to be a lot of intrigue. We'll see what the teams do. And now switch things over to the NBA playoffs.
Big is now.
They've
Yep.
started.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's time now. The Heat tried to defend their crown. The King tries to defend his throne. Keep the title at South Beach.
I don't know. The Bucks match up well with the Heat. Get out here, Jennings.
Speaking of that, if you haven't heard,
Brandon Jennings is smoking crack.
Brandon Jennings said that they can beat the Heat in 6 games. I mean, as a player, you expect them to. I mean, you don't want them to say, I think we're going to get swept, which they probably might, but you don't expect them to say that as an athlete.
True.
The funniest part, though, was when they asked Dwayne Wade what his reaction was. And this was D Wade's reaction. Don't make me laugh. That was his reaction.
I mean, I love how all the Heat players, they bring it up and they're just kind of like,
Really?
come on now. Can we talk about something important? Like, they're just
The Bucks.
Wade did say he admired his mindset, Jennings' mindset.
Yeah, I mean, as a
trying to
player,
be confident.
Yeah, as a player, you got to be confident. You're not
Yeah.
going to come in and say, "Oh, I'm going to get swept." I mean,
Yeah.
if that's your mentality, if you're a playoff team, despite if you have a sub 500 record or whatnot, if you're a playoff team, you should have that mindset, or athlete at all, professional athlete, have that mindset of, oh, well, I think, we're going to try to hold our own, maybe try to get a game, and, just play well. That's it. You're not going to go in and say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he gave them ambition now just to destroy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
That's a
Look for the Heat to take it in 4. 3.5.
Sweet.
Look for LeBron to play 2 games. You won't have to play the other 2. I think they can handle.
They won about 20 points each game.
I mean, they can put their B team in and beat the Bucks.
No love for the Bucks on
No
this
love.
set. Man, not even a game? Not
No.
one?
Once
In Milwaukee?
once Jennings started popping off, it's just like, you know what?
Locker room material.
Well, it's important material.
But speaking of locker room, I wonder if Carmelo's gonna be waiting by any locker rooms in the Celtics-Knicks series.
If it's gonna be a great series.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first round series I'm looking forward to.
Mhm.
I don't know about you guys,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Just watching that first game was, you could see it was just the battle, the
Oh, yeah.
defensive struggle in it. Everybody just been trying to score. It
Yeah.
was a poor shooting game, honestly.
Oh,
but
yeah.
just the defense was crazy. It was.
And
You
Melo,
tell it's gonna be a brawl.
yeah,
It's gonna be a
it
brawl.
is. It is. And Melo needs this series. He needs
Yeah.
to.
Oh yeah, he needs to get out the first
round.
round.
Yes.
He's only done it once before. He needs this. There's a lot of pressure on the Knicks, on Melo. He's going to need this, but unfortunately you talked about the playoffs, but unfortunately David Lee is going to miss the rest of the postseason. First time he's been in the postseason in his 8-year career, and unfortunately he's out with a torn right hip flexor.
So sad.
It's a
man,
bad
the
play.
Warriors
Just
are
look
gonna
bad.
need him.
Yeah,
It's the Nuggets, man.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt definitely.
That game.
Yeah.
That's a good end.
Track
Yeah,
meet.
right.
Yeah, it's a track meet. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be another fun and entertaining series.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Steph
again,
Curry.
he had
That man.
they have
He-
two.
Yeah, he had an off game.
Yeah.
He got hot right at the end.
Yeah, I mean
when
you
they
don't
needed
expect
it.
him to have another off game.
Yeah. Don't bank on it.
He's a shooter, the son of Del Curry.
But another game or series / game that I'm looking forward to is the Clippers Grizz. That's a street fight.
Yeah.
Zach Randolph, him and Blake, him and all the Clippers
Tebow.
bigs, they just go at it every time they play. They showed like clips of Zach Randolph like throwing Blake to the ground from like season matchups, and
Blake's
then
gonna get
both of them
tough
getting
after
a
this
foul
series.
call. So
Yeah.
like, I just look for that to be a scrappy one. Those are the kind of games I like to see. I like
Yeah.
to see some edginess, maybe a couple fights.
I wasn't expecting the outcome on that game though. Wasn't
Yeah.
expecting the outcome. I expected a tight game. Of course, on the game, still early in the series, but wasn't expecting that at all. And
Yeah.
Chris Paul did his thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
CP3,
Yeah.
aka Cliff Paul.
I mean, I like watching any game the Clippers play. They're so exciting to watch. Just-
Lob City.
Lob City's where's that?
Oh yeah.
That's where my TV's at.
But let's touch up on one thing. I wanna get on this is the Lakers Spurs series and
T-Mac, he's back.
it's looking good in the suit on the bench. Insurance policy. But because of the way the Spurs backed into the postseason, so many people had given the Lakers a chance without Kobe Bryant. And this is the Spurs we're talking about. I don't see the Lakers beat us. I mean, they finished the season kind of strong, but I don't see the Lakers beating the Spurs. Some people got them in 6 and whatnot. I don't see that happening at all. This is the Spurs we're talking about. We're talking about the big three and Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan. And just how deep and efficient the rest of their squad is. I don't see the Lakers beating them.
And then players aside, you got Greg Popovich, you got Mike D'Antoni. So the better coach usually pulls out the win. Yeah.
Come on now. That's in the top for another day.
Did you guys see that quote that Meta World Peace said about Greg Popovich? He could like coach like a bunch of like old women and they could win a game. I was like, why are you saying that?
Yeah, that's respect. A little weird, but respect.
It's Meta. You can't expect nothing less.
Meta's a piece.
But I don't know about you guys, but I don't see the Lakers are going to have trouble scoring.
They're going to win 1. I give them.
I'd give them 1.
Yeah, 1 at Staples Center, and that's about it.
Yeah. But I want to see the Thunder and the Rockets.
Oh, yeah.
James Harden returning.
Old stumping rounds.
The beard comes back to town.
The bearded one. He's gonna do his thing though, but the Rockets this is another series gonna be fast, up tempo, up and down. The Thunder are just overall a better team, though, so should pose some problems for Houston to the point where they can't really overcome it to really take the series at all.
Because I look at it like, not too many people are going to be able to guard Durant. But then what point guards match up with Russell Westbrook? Because I don't think Jeremy Lin can handle him.
No.
And then people were talking about if they had messed up with the Lakers, like no guard on the Lakers can match up. I mean, the Thunder, they have a good team there. They have so much young talent. And I mean, like I said, as much as I hate to say it, Russell, he's like the X factor because he's that you're gonna have to put your best defender on Durant, but then who guards Westbrook?
Yeah.
Then the thing was the Thunder had, to me, they're an up and down season to me. Yet they still won 60 games.
Yeah.
So it's like if they get hot at the right moment, which they pretty much are going to, it's going to happen. They're going to get hot at the right moment, and then it's going to be a force.
Yeah.
Like it's going to click for them.
Look out for them.
Yeah. But definitely, this is one of those great periods of sports when you have the playoffs. You got the NBA and NHL playoffs coming up. You got baseball. Of course, you got even though the NFL is in the off season, you got the draft coming up and off season moves. It's a great time to be a sports fan.
I must say, this just goes to show that this matchup isn't really that exciting because we completely skipped the Hawks Pacers.
Hey, it's gonna be a physical series.
Yeah,
we just didn't have time to cover that. Much love to Paul George and them boys. Tom was running short. Hey, that's gonna be a physical series. Don't sleep on that matchup,
definitely.
all right? and we also forgot the Nets and the
Bulls.
But anyways, that's all the time we have on the press box. Thank you, George Mason, for joining us. I'm Vada Bernard.
DeMonte Shaw.
I'm Andre Howard.
I'm Matt Newman.
And shout out to Tyler. Thank you, Tyler, the man. And shout out to P-Buck and Lindsay. Lindsay, feel better. P-Buck, good luck. Good luck, man.
Get that back right.
And we'll see you next time inside the press box. And as always, press on, George Mason. Press on.
Yeah. Ow!